along the road ahead, soon we'll get to a roundabout. At the first roundabout, take the first exit. At the second roundabout, take the second exit. So at the first roundabout, we're turning left. At the second roundabout, we're going ahead.
Okay.
So look at if there's no floor markings, assume you're keeping left. But when there is floor markings, you must follow the road markings on the floor, okay?
Yeah.
So we can see our road markings here. Lovely. Do you need yours? That's good. And now as you're going ahead at the second roundabout, look at the floor markings for where you need to position if it's different. If it is different, it's marked on the floor.
So I need to be in the
Yes,
right
you do.
one.
That means you need to go to the inside of the roundabout as you go around until you go past exit number 1. If that lamppost is in your way, edge forward ever so slightly.
It's not.
Are you happy with where you are?
I'm happy with where I am. There just hasn't been a good gap yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just surprised there's no one next to me. Lane 1. Right now.
Okay.
That was a good gap.
So let's signal here. Good. And left mirror check again. And now come off the roundabout. That's lovely. Cancel your signal. And then gently carry on at a good speed. So what's the speed limit that we're at? What's the speed limit here?
30.
So let's go 25 or above if it's safe to do so. Soon we're going to approach another roundabout. And I call this a potato roundabout or a kidney roundabout.
Yes.
Potato seems to be easy to work out. I mean, I know you know the roundabout. This was a school that you attended. At the roundabout, take the first exit. Again, look at the floor markings. Make sure you follow the white pen.
We're clear.
We've just driven past the first exit.
Oh, that's not this one?
No, this is the second exit. No big deal, doesn't matter. My job to take you back around again. Just makes it a little bit more harder for you, that's all. Okay, take the next road on the right, please. So look at the floor markings.
Yep, I see.
And look at where you need to position from. And you should have your signal on like you've done now earlier. Look at the new speed limit you're approaching.
Yep, I see it. 20.
Mm-hmm.
It's also my dentist down here.
And if you can take the next road on the left, this one here. And if you can find a safe place to turn the car around, please.
Yep. Alright.
So do it where you're in control of your car.
Might go all the way around.
I'll have to stop you here a second.
No.
But as you mark the pavement, okay?
Yes. We go back.
Mm-hmm. at the end of the road, turn right. Okay, so it gets a little bit more complicated now, but we need to go down that same road. So when we turn left at the end of the road, we will then be taking the third exit, turning right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like we're going back onto the same road again. So we'll turn left here, get to the roundabout and take the third exit. Do you want me to give you a heads up where it is, or do you think you can manage it?
I think I can manage it.
Okay. You see me thank that oncoming vehicle?
Yeah,
You went a
that
little
was
wide
a
when you
little
turned
too
off.
wide.
Yeah. Just a little bit, that's all. You got too close to that line. So do we need to start our routine from here?
Yes, right.
Now look at the floor markings that affect your right turn, which is the inside lane. Go. Nobody here, look, Michael. Go. Keep on the inside. That isn't counted as one, okay? So keep going. Make sure you're signalling, Michael.
Yep.
That's one exit done. Keep following the road round. That's two done. Now signal left. Signal left, Michael. Yeah, look over here, Michael. Come into the left lane. Come into this lane now, Michael.
What?
You're not coming in good time, Michael. You're getting scared and you're not coming in, and you're coming in quite late. I'll explain in a few moments to you, okay? Let's go to the end of the road and turn left. And the reason why I'm stopping you is you're going to have an accident if I don't. Let's look to your right properly and then move off. Just take a deep breath, because it kind of shakes you a little, okay? So we're going to follow the road ahead. No big deal. Follow the road round. It happens. Follow the road round. Try and keep a reasonable speed on the road that you're on, Michael, okay? The speed is 20, 15, 16, 17 is quite reasonable. I want you to park after the white car where you can fit the car in. There, this is lovely. This is good. Secure the car. Okay. You felt me braking. Yeah, you felt I was braking for you. I was braking for you on 2 occasions while you're going around that roundabout. So at the point, okay, so let's explain normal roundabouts first. Let's ignore that for a second, okay? Let's just discuss normal roundabouts. If you are taking the second exit at a roundabout, yeah, you're going ahead, wherever it is. Let's assume you're going ahead. What routine would you do once you've come onto the roundabout? What would you do? How would you do it? So you approach a roundabout, your co-pilot tells you, take the second exit. How would you do it?
Go into the left-hand lane.
Yeah.
I don't need to indicate because I'm going straight. Well, if I'm going straight. And then when I get past the first exit, I then indicate left.
Okay. So now I want to break down why you do something. Not that you're doing it wrong. That's correct. Why are you signalling?
To let other drivers know you're taking that exit.
Okay. Who?
Anyone who's coming on at that same spot from that same road on the left hand side.
And? Who's left?
Anyone from the previous exit.
Yeah. Or that could be
behind me.
Brilliant. So they know where you're going. Are we in agreement?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's say you're taking a third exit on a roundabout and you're turning right. So what's the difference between taking a second exit and taking a third exit? And I know it's exit number, but what crucially is different between coming off at 3 o'clock and coming off at 12 o'clock on a roundabout?
Well, obviously indicating right when you go onto the roundabout.
Okay.
But before you go
Why?
onto the roundabout.
Why? You're correct. I'm just, every time you give me an answer, I'm trying to understand why you give me that answer.
Because I'm going right, so I indicate right as I go onto the roundabout.
Yeah, okay. And then when you've indicated right, where do you place your car on the roundabout?
Usually in the right-hand lane.
Okay. And is that because the road markings are telling you to? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that you've come onto the roundabout, do you keep your right signal on?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
So, I don't know.
It's to let other people know what your intentions are. So we know that you are about to turn right. So if I'm behind you, I know you're turning right. If I'm ahead of you, coming onto the roundabout, I know you're coming round. You're going to go round the roundabout because you're doing a right turn. Okay. So you've gone past exit number 1, which is at 9 o'clock. Just for this argument or for this discussion, you're coming off at 3 o'clock. So you've gone past your 9 o'clock, which is your first exit. You're going past your 12 o'clock, which is your second exit. How do you get off the roundabout?
Indicate left.
Yeah, okay. When?
When I pass the second exit.
Okay. Then how do you get off the roundabout?
I turn left.
At what point?
When I reach the exit, I turn left.
Okay. So when you come onto the roundabout, was there one lane or two? A normal roundabout, not this one.
A normal roundabout.
Yeah.
Mini roundabouts, there's always one.
No, forget mini roundabouts.
Regular ones, usually 2.
Okay. So are you in the lane on the right and you coming off the roundabout from the lane on the right?
Sometimes, yes.
Sometimes or always?
On
I'm trying to
the lane.
I'm trying to reason with your understanding.
It depends because some exits.
Is that what your mum does? I know she don't. She would not have a car in that good condition, or your dad. So what do you think they do? When there's signal left, they do something with the car. You've done it before. You've done it on Low Lane, Longwood Roundabout. You've done a lovely turn. So do you turn...
move into the left-hand lane.
Okay, now you're making sense. Go on.
Well, I tried to move in the left-hand lane and
Go
he was
on.
blocking me.
Brilliant. Okay, he was blocking you, okay? So why would he be blocking you, or was he unsure where you were going?
I wasn't sure where he was going.
Okay, no, but we're not worried about him though, are we, Michael? Why are we not worried about him? Because are we on the roundabout or is he on the roundabout?
He was coming onto the roundabout.
And who was on the roundabout?
Me?
Yes, that means you're priority over him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to obey that.
No, absolutely, but you have to accept the fact that you're on the roundabout, and because we're assuming he's passed his driving test, he should be aware that you have right of way over him. Okay, so where did the grey area come from? Why did I brake? At what point were you going to move into your lane or your exit?
My exit. After I'd passed the line of traffic.
Okay, so do you know the lane that's ahead of you, the one that you were a little bit unsure of?
Yeah.
Where does their lane finish? Where does it stop that they have to give way to you? He has to clearly stop because he has to give you way, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, and where does that happen?
At his line?
Yeah. So as you're coming round the roundabout, did you see his line?
No.
Okay, that's one thing you missed. And that's why you got yourself a little flustered. That's the first thing. Second thing, if he's coming onto the roundabout, he has to let you change lanes, doesn't he? reasonably, yeah? Because look, you're on the roundabout. At what point should you be changing lanes?
Sooner.
When? When should you move across? Remember, you're in the lane on the right, and you need to come into the lane on the left, and then make your exit from there.
Yeah.
So at what point would you move over into lane 1? Go on.
I don't know.
Ask your co-pilot, she'll tell you. If you're stuck, ask her, see if she knows.
What point do you turn into lane 1?
At what point should he turn into lane 1 when he's coming off the roundabout?
After the second exit.
Okay, she's right. Where is the second exit? Where that
Going
white car
toward-
was.
Yeah, going towards the road.
Don't tell me the road. Let's forget the road name for a second. Is it where the white car was?
Yes.
Okay. So why did the white car kind of stop, go, stop, go, stop, go?
Because I wasn't sure what he was doing, and he definitely wasn't sure what I was doing.
Okay. So was he not sure because you didn't signal in time? Or was he not sure
Possibly.
because he was high on a Big Mac and a large fries?
Possibly.
Okay.
The signal, lack of signal.
Okay, so where should you have signaled from? Remember, he needs to see as he's approaching the roundabout, not when he's on the roundabout. So where should you have signaled from?
Just before the second exit.
Okay, now the second exit, would it be the bit that you drive into or the bit that you drive out of? Break it down further, just visualize it.
Just about passing the second exit.
There. Now do you see why we had that misunderstanding? Do you understand why I didn't let you go? I stopped you. Do you understand why that happened?
He was in the way.
Yeah. It's like, mate, you're in my way. I can't make my turn. So when I went, I raised my hand. I said, just stop. Let me get off. And he was looking at me thinking, I'm letting him go. And I'm telling him, mate, let me get off the roundabout. And he's not letting me get off the roundabout. Do you see what the mistake? Yeah, we're learners. Yeah, we made a mistake. But whatever we're doing on the roundabout, we have priority over him because we are on the roundabout. He's not on yet. So he should have let you get off the roundabout. I had my signal on, but we signaled later. So we should have signaled where you told me now, and we should have done it the way you said. Now you have two options. We can quickly go back up to that roundabout and do another right turn,
Yes.
or we can drive down this road. But I would rather you go back to that roundabout and you boss that before you go home. Because the last thing I want to do is have that on your mind all day long.
This turn is really hard, so she
I know it
needs
is.
to do it again.
Do you know this turn is possibly one of the hardest roundabouts in
Yeah.
Horsforth Test Centre?
This is the hardest one.
And the only people that really, really get this right are the people that even the ones that are experienced drivers, we educate them.
And people fail here always.
And people fail on that.
On this point.
Yeah, and this is one of the reasons why I brought you. Now that you passed your theory, you're my problem. I need to get you ready.
Yes.
So what we need to do now, Michael, is we need to go back to that roundabout. Now from here, it's a little different. Do you know if I say to you, have you ever put a CPU on with a bit less glue, paste? Have you ever done something a bit dodgy like that? A bit like hoping to God it works?
No.
Oh, okay, you're not like me. Would you understand what a leap of faith is?
Yes.
Can you give me an example of it in anything?
When I have a problem with my computer and I just have no idea what's wrong with it, and I turn it off and on again.
And hoping to God it works, yeah?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Do you know when you're coming off a roundabout, do everything that you're supposed to do and hope and pray they understand it. You are doing what the law tells you to, and you are doing it exactly how the law tells you to do it. They don't understand it, it's their problem. If you have to emergency brake to stop to prevent an accident, then so be it. But you must do what you are supposed to do, what you are expected to do. Does that make sense? Yeah?
Yeah.
So don't get too worried. This is one of the hardest turns you'll ever make. One of the reasons why I brought you here is because you think with logic, and I know that's not logical. It's a potato,
No.
man. Look at the size of it roundabout. It's not round. It's a potato about. You know, it's not even a roundabout. It's not even round. And it's important that you know where your exit is. Now, we are going to go back onto that roundabout and we're going to come back onto this road. So we're going to go on and do a right turn, which I think is the fourth exit this time. So when we come on, we're going to go on the inside of the roundabout. You'll follow the road markings and you'll steer slowly, but before you come off the roundabout, before you physically turn towards your exit, you must physically see your exit.
Yes.
Don't rely on numbers or potluck. Understand that you must know that your exit is clear before you make that lane change. Now, you do what they call technically a blind spot check when you make that lane change. Your blind spot is actually my left-hand mirror. My left-hand door glass. Literally just look. And the blind spot check, the reason why you're doing it, just in case somebody, like that person in the Ford Fiesta, pulls out on you. And that's the point that you would stop your car if you needed to. Does that make sense? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, what we need to do now is we need to turn the car around. So what we might do is take the next road on the left and then we'll do a circuit and come back round and let's do another right turn at that roundabout, please.
Yeah.
So we'll take the next road on the left, please, where that white van's gone now.
Yeah.
Well done.
Right turn.
Michael, you're a little bit ahead of me. I
Oh.
wanted to turn into that road and then I'll turn you.
Oh.
But it doesn't matter. When it's safe, just turn the car around. Now, there's nobody behind us. So make sure it's safe and do a U-turn here.
So, reverse.
Drive, do a full lock to the right. There's nobody behind us, so... And now look in your right door mirror. Okay, what we'll do, Michael, let's go somewhere down that road and we'll come back up again, okay? But it's unsafe to do it here with cars coming down the road, okay? But try and follow my instruction. Don't change direction until we agree, okay?
Yes.
So let's go down the road, please. That's fine. Just continue following the road down and I'll give you instructions on how to turn the car around, please. So we'll take the next road on the left, which is this one here, and then we'll drive along that road, okay? So we're not going to do a U-turn yet. So we'll turn left into this road here, and you'll turn into the road and carry on going down the road. I'll give you another instruction soon. We're now taking the next road on the left, please.
Yep.
Continue following the road ahead, and when it finishes, turn left. So turning left at the end of this road. I was going to make you do this, you see, what we call a little circuit, and it would bring us back onto the main road again.
Okay.
At the end of the road, turn right. The road doesn't finish, so continue following the road round to the left. So bank left.
Yes.
we're flying an aeroplane now. Bank left, bank right. I'm learning that from you, by the way. So we're now taking the next road on the right after the car park. So it's this one here where this pink thing is. Good. Now at the end of the road we'll come across the same roundabout. So we're going to come back down into this road, but we're going to go round the roundabout. So now, Michael, I need you to signal right, and when you come onto the roundabout, look at the floor markings for the lane that turns right. So he knows you're going into lane 2. You must signal again, Michael.
Yep.
When you're ready, so let's move forward. Let's stop at the white line. When you're ready, let's go.
Right.
Good. Into lane 2 and keep your right signal on. Now we don't need to stop because we are on the roundabout. So nice and gentle as we go around. Nice and slow, nice and gentle. And keep in lane 2. Once the car straightens up, signal again. So now we're showing everybody that we're going round. So after this exit, we're going to go into the lane on the left. So now follow it round and signal left. Now come into the left lane. Look over here, Michael, at this lady. Nice and slow. Now come off the gas as you're turning in so you don't turn in too fast.
There we go.
There we are.
Good.
See?
Well done.
At the end of the road, turn left. You think it's hard doing it? Try
No, it's
teaching it.
fine.
Or turning left at the end of the road. And it's not, 99% of the time, it's not even your learners.
It's perfect now.
Oh,
It's fine.
well, you're happy with
Yeah.
that? And that's because, Michael, you took a bit more time doing it.
Yeah.
Do you know when you,
slowly.
yeah? Do you know when you slow yourself down a little, you're able to process it? And we're now following the road ahead. Are you happy with the way you did that?
Yes. This is the hardest. People always
Actually, it
fail.
is.
People fail in there.
Do you know when we get an experienced driver, Michael, we bring them up here to see if they make this fault. If they don't make this fault, we give them less lessons. If they make this fault,
Driver, they make
even
the
they
same
make it
mistake.
because it's not a roundabout. First of all, when we say to them, turn right at the roundabout, they give us a dumb look because it doesn't look like a roundabout. And that's where the arguments start. So well done, congratulations, well done, you did well
If you
there.
slow down, look in the road, look at the floor marking, it's fine.
Now we're continuing following the road ahead. So look at the floor markings and continue, Michael, going ahead. Have you got two of my voices in your head?
No, I thought you were about to say.
No,
turn
I'll give you
left.
good warning, don't worry. So we're following the road round to the left. I thought you'd know this area if you went to school there. This
No,
would be a
no,
nice
I've never
chippy over
been-
here.
Like I say, I've never been down this way.
Right,
I go
I see.
on the ring road, straight down from where I live.
Did your mum used to
Straight
pick you
up
up on that? Or did you walk it? Bus it?
No, it's usually mum or dad that pick me up.
There used to be a nice chippy over here.
Um,
Forgot the name of it,
I
man.
won't be allowed to walk, apparently. Which is a shame, because that's what I suggested on multiple occasions.
Okay, we'll follow the road down. And we'll continue following the road round to the left. And this is where you'll be, you don't need signal, Michael. You're following the road round to the left. So nice and gentle and don't go over the divide line. That's good. Give yourself a chance to process what you need to do. Give yourself a chance to demonstrate that skill. You're good enough, Michael. You're good enough to do it. All you need is a bit more time to understand the road.